Kecoughtan High School, where tonight the Phoebus Phantoms travel to Kecoughtan, where they'll take on the Warriors. Tonight's first game will have the ladies playing each other, and the Phoebus Phantoms, coached by Barbara Burgess, with a record of 2-7 and 3-9 overall, come in and play the Lady Warriors of Kecoughtan. Right now, we'll send it over to courtside, where Bob Hintz is over there ready to interview Barbara Burgess. So we'll shoot it over to Bob.
Okay, well, first of all, Happy New Year.
Same to you.
Tell me a little bit about your team, Barbara.
Right now we're struggling. I think maybe the break will help us restart the second half of the season. We get some wins, we move up in the polls, and make this district tournament. I told them today, this is a new season starting. We need to get after the ones we lost, and the ones we beat, we need to beat them, starting today.
Right. Yeah, because you just can't go by just beating them one time. You got to beat them 2 times.
That's right.
Is your team young and they're learning your system and everything?
We are young as far as the post players are concerned, and I think people have had to step up in scoring roles versus being, letting others take the toll of scoring. And so
somebody needs to step up.
Right. Yeah, right. That's the bottom line. People just have to step up.
Well,
that's it.
Good luck to you tonight.
Thank you.
Good enough. All right, let's go back over to Mike.
All right, Bob will be getting ready to do an interview with Kecoughtan's head coach, Lester Sapp, in a couple of seconds. For the Phoebus Phantoms, last Friday night, we did a game over there against the Bethel Bruins, and their leading scorer, Whitney Hill, 24 points on the evening, as she had 5 3-pointers in that game. She kind of lit it up in a losing cause for the Phantoms. Right now, we'll send it over to Bob as he's with Lester Sapp, the head basketball coach of the Kecoughtan Lady Warriors.
All right, Happy New Year, Lester.
Thank you, Bobby. Thank you.
Well, this is like deja vu. You used to do this a long time ago.
Well, it wasn't that long, 12 years.
Hey, that's a lifetime in some people's mind.
It is in mine.
Well, you've done a good job with you. 5-5. The girls have really responded to you. It's always nice to start off the season with some wins.
Oh, definitely. I gave them some goals early. I said I want one more win than last year and enough to try to make it to the tournament. Kecoughtan hadn't been to the tournament in 7 years.
I know they haven't. You have a young team. Are they just still learning your system?
That's the problem. They're not really mine yet. I hope next year that they will be mine because of some seniors and everything that we have. They're still trying to get this winning attitude.
Well, Lester, it's always good to see you.
Pleasure's mine, Bobby.
Good luck to you tonight.
Thank you.
All right, let's run back over to Mike.
All right, back over here. We've got the Kecoughtan Warriors have a record on the year of 4-5 in the district, and they are 5-5 overall. Like Coach Sapp said, they were in the process of trying to make sure they did 2 things: win one more than they did last year, and also make the district tournament, which is one of the things that they've had a hard time in the past doing. Here shortly, they're going to go ahead and start working on the national anthem and also the player introductions. And as we do that, we will sit here and watch the ROTC unit come onto the court. The flag, as they will give us the national anthem. What we'll do now is we will take time out long enough to hear the national anthem.
Mike. I'm back over here on the headset with you.
What took you so long?
I know, you know how it is. Getting old.
Having to climb through the bleachers to get here, huh?
This is really
I
kind
think
of
it was
neat.
bad for you. You should have seen me trying to get through there.
I noticed the bleachers did like the parting of the Red Sea.
Careful.
We will pick a player of the game from each one of these teams tonight. That player will receive a shirt. It comes from Tidewater Team Sports, your one-stop sports headquarters for screen printing, embroidering, uniform, and apparel. Call 594-0411 and talk to either David Chubb or Terry McNamara. Now we got starters, Mike.
Yeah, starting lineups now being announced for the Phoebus Phantoms, and as we show them up on the screen there, you'll see them yourself. Number 20, Valerie West is a 10th grade 5'10" center. Point guard Whitney Hill, number 12, and number 31, Tanisha Drummond, along with Shanice Parker, and other forward is Chanel Jackson, number 33, a senior. Kecoughtan Warriors starting lineup. Number 12, Sagan Jackson is a guard. The point guard is number 33, Alicia Gillum. Starting at one forward, number 32, Jessica Moore. And number 22, Stacy Wynn. And number 11, Jerry Ashby, will be the other forward. Those are your starting lineups for both games, both teams.
Both teams.
Both teams.
All right, I'm just looking down the list here. Whitney Hill is averaging 15.2 points a game as we look at the starters there for the Warriors, and that's pretty good.
I told everybody earlier when we were doing the pregame part there with you and your now interviews with the coaches that talked a little bit about Whitney Hill scoring her 24 points Friday night against the Bethel Bruins. And
well, you said she had some threes.
Yeah, she had 5 3-pointers in that game. She kind of lit up the house, I'll tell you. She single-handedly kept them in the game.
Here's your officials, Mike.
And the officials for tonight is Mike Brathwaite and Renard Whitfield. Those are your two officials for the game. You try to pronounce that last name.
Well, I'm not going to worry about it. I tell you what, I heard that Mr. Brent Musgrove did a pretty good job in my absence. I was enjoying myself in San Francisco. I appreciate him stepping in for me. Yeah, I'm sure you talked real good about me, too.
Wait till he comes up here tonight and give you a little insight on what we did.
All right.
Phoebus Phantoms get the first tip-off. Shot by Drummond's a little bit short. This is a much improved Kecoughtan team from the last couple of years, Bob.
Oh, it really is. They've really struggled in the past. They just couldn't. They needed a point guard. Number one thing, any team, as you watch this foul underneath the basket, you got to have somebody that can handle the ball and break the press. Now, the Warriors got a break. They got a young lady in who transferred in from out of town somewhere. Trying to figure out where she came from. I think it's from Louisiana, down around New Orleans or somewhere like that. I'm not too sure. But anyway, Gilliam is her name, and she really has stepped up. She's just a sophomore, number 33. So we expect to hear a lot from her.
Well, the first 2 points of the game scored by Jerry Ashby on free throws. The foul on the Phantoms was
31 for a three.
Tanisha Drummond.
But she starts right out hitting three. Almost got a steal at half court.
The earlier foul was committed on the Phantom, Chanel Jackson, her first and the team's first. And this is one of the things that they've really been working on is getting.
I remember that young lady, Jerry Ashby, from last year. She would go hard to the basket. That time she got it inside, went strong to the basket, used the board. She's left-handed. Kissed that baby in a really nice, got a chance for a three-point play here. Phoebus is trying to disrupt the offense of the Warriors right now. You notice they're jumping out, double team and everything, but nice entry pass into Jerry that time.
That's 2 quick fouls on Chanel Jackson for the Phantoms.
There's a completed three-point play.
5 points already early in the game for Ashby. That's all 5 points, by the way.
Nice drive that time. That was number 12, Whitney Hill. Just went right to the basket. Nobody picked her up and then fouled her as she attempted her shot, so she will shoot 2.
That was Jerry Ashby on the foul. Shooting 2 at the line is Whitney Hill. Leading scorer in Friday night's game with 24 points against the Bruins.
Short arm that one a little bit. Sometimes that happens. Good shot underneath the basket. I'll talk a little bit about our crews, but underneath on the end lines, we have Mike Nowinski with that shot that you just saw. At the other end line, we have Ronnie ESPN Baton. As he hits this one. Up in the stands, we got Susan Bowers and Nathaniel Braxton, and they see that the Warriors aren't having any trouble with the trap at all. The three-quarter trap that the Phantoms are throwing out, and they kick the ball.
I can remember when Ashby was a freshman here a couple of years ago. We worked a game here.
Yeah, she has really improved considerably. And then you see that what happens when you try to throw the ball over somebody's got their hands in the air. Oh, nice pass inside. Knocked away, but that was a nice look inside that time.
That's one turnover apiece now. 6:45 to go in the first period. 5-4 is the score.
They're using a 1-2-2 full court trap. Zone trap is what the Phantoms are using. Somebody's supposed to come up and trap that gal, but nobody did that time.
And she almost waited a little bit too long to pass that ball.
Yeah, really did. There was nobody on. Nice entry pass. Oh, look at that pass. All right.
Perfect.
Beautiful assist by
Ashby.
Jerry. Is that Asby?
Yep. Stacy Wynn on the shot and basket. She goes to the line to shoot for the 3-point.
Another chance for the three-pointer, but they're getting them the old-fashioned way, which is good because you're drawing fouls against the Phantoms. They've already got 3 team fouls.
Valerie West on the foul. That's her first, the team's third. Outside shot there by number 31, Tanisha Drummond for 2.
Yeah, we got a blocking foul that time on Jessica Moore. No, I'm sorry, not Jessica Moore. Janelle Jackson, number 33. Or was that 32? No, I'm sorry, it was 32. Janice Parker. That's 4 on the Phantoms already. A nice hustle that time, knocked the ball loose, and then the Warrior trying to grab it, knocked it out of bounds, so there's a turnover.
Had a lot of action here in less than 2 minutes of play.
I can remember when girls basketball used to put you to sleep, but no, not anymore. These young ladies really are hustling.
Deep 3-point shot there. That one is again by Tanisha Drummond. That's her second 3 of the night.
And Lester Sapp is not happy with that. You have a 4-point lead, and all of a sudden it's down to 1.
All of a sudden they're losing by 2 now, as the Phoebus Lady Phantoms have gone out in front. Watch this 3-pointer. Nice dish outside.
See, nobody's there, and she
Parker
had her feet set, her shoulders were square, and hit nothing but net.
9-7 with the Lady Phantoms have come back and taken the lead here. There's 5:54 remaining in the first period.
And I think that's a good timeout. Lester is still trying to teach these young ladies his system. And as he told you in the interview you heard, he coached here the girls 12 years ago was the last time he coached. He's been coaching girls tennis, but not basketball. So he's taking a step back, coming back in. Oh, there's a drive right there. She had a drive. Nice rebound.
Shot by Sagan Jackson was a bit short, offline.
Nice hustle. Nice hustle.
Kecoughtan possession on the change of possession there.
Alicia Gilliam showing the hustle that time to cause the jump ball, which possession arrow goes to the Warriors.
Nice pass underneath to Ashby.
And she is using that board so nice.
That's 2 perfectly thrown passes underneath to Ashby, and she lays the ball in, and she almost got the 3-point attempt there. Is that going to go against Ashby, or will it go against Jessica Moore? Give it to.
I don't think it was Ashby. It is
Ashby.
It's her second one. She's got to stay out of foul trouble and quit reaching in. She's seems to be a pretty integral part of this offense. Warriors are doing a good job of getting the ball inside.
Yeah, their passing's a little bit lackadaisical, and there's another one there that kind of was a little bit overthrown.
She was trying to lob it into Jerry, but she, just nice pass would have been. Oh, what a nice block. That number 22 for the Warriors, Stacy Wynn, senior forward. Watch this.
Nice. 9-9 is the score. We've got 4 minutes and 40 seconds left, and they're going to leave her out there by herself. She's going to try for that 3. Ashby for another rebound.
I was going to do rebounds. Guess what?
You forgot.
I ain't doing them.
It's too upbeat pace right now, huh?
I ain't doing them. I can't get them done. I'm just having too much fun here watching this.
Reach-in foul on the, like it was on number 12, Whitney Hill. That will be her first.
That's 5
already.
Yeah.
They're not even halfway through the first period, and they got 5 team fouls already.
Got a little rocking going on here, don't we?
Yeah. A little bit of motion in the table we're in.
We'll figure that out here before the night's out. Get Andy to come and put his toe underneath her or something. All right, good. There she is. Use her as a screen. Nice move that time.
Sagan Jackson, that's her first basket of the night, gives her 2 points, 11-9.
Well, everybody's looking for the ball to go into Jerry, and she just acted like.
Oh, 3-point play by Chanel Jackson.
Wow.
Come back and put the.
I mean, that's three-pointers for the Phantoms?
Correct. They also should have 12 points. They only show 11 on the board. Did they only give her 2 points on that shot?
Maybe that was just a 2-pointer.
We have a turnover there?
Yeah.
That's turnover number 3 now on the Lady Warriors.
Hey, bounce it off. Getting a little excited. She bounced right off her foot.
Ball changed a 3 for Jackson to a 2. I thought it was a 3. I could have swore I saw the referee put her hand up. Put his hand up.
May have. They changed it. It's 12-11-12 now. Now you were right.
See there, all that extra work and talking, and I didn't need to do it. All right. Give her credit for it.
Hey, you got an eraser, right?
That's right.
There you go.
Oh,
No, not on. That may be on 32 this time.
If it's on Ashby, it's going to hurt.
It should be on Jessica Moore. Yeah, it is.
That's her first. That is the team's third. Phoebus out in front, 12-11 with 3:39 to go in the first period.
We want to thank Leonard Thomas, the athletic director over here, for helping us the crew set up today. It's always good to have the way these athletic directors go out of the way to help us out.
Shooting 2, hitting the first one, Chanel Jackson. That gives her 4 points on the game. Looking for point number 5. Kind of got to bounce on that one.
They backed off of their full court trap, and they're going to pick them up in a man-to-man, but another almost lost the ball. Oh, nice shot.
Elise Gilliam, that's her first basket of the night. 14-13.
And a block shot down there. The Phantoms turned the ball over.
Oh, man.
Oh, downtown.
Jessica Moore.
Give me some more.
Put that ball up in the air, didn't she?
Did that, kissed that off the glass just as pretty.
Got to be careful on this gym. It's got a low ceiling. High passes like that, you know.
Oh, nice drive.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Whitney Hill.
I can see why she's averaging 15 points a game.
Her first basket of the evening. That gives her 3 on the night. 16-16 is the score. Oh, nice dish out.
And hit another one. Give me some more, she said. Jessica said I can do it.
That's 2 threes in a row.
That gives the Warriors a 3-point edge. Oh, just a pass went right to the Warrior that time.
There's more over here. Give me the ball. I'm going to shoot it. Down under 2 minutes to go.
She carried that ball.
Carry. That's turnover number 4.
You're not going to call it too much when you roll your hand, but when you hesitate and
then roll it.
And then roll it goes,
yeah, they kind of give the referee a real good view of it at that point.
They say, hey, watch me. Watch what I'm going to do.
That's 4 turnovers for the Lady Phantoms. The Lady Warriors have 3 so far in the game.
Nice
feed underneath.
Way to be on weak side rebounder. That's number 22, Stacy Wynn. Good putback.
Gives her 4 points on the game.
Nobody picked her up. Smart heads-up play, but Janelle Jackson, nobody picked the young lady up, drove right into the basket.
That's 7 points on the game so far for Jackson. Kecoughtan up 21-18 with 1:20 to go in the first quarter.
Oh, I thought you were going to take her other 3.
Oh, 3-pointer. That's Jackson.
Woo! Oh, all of a sudden, the Warriors said, oh, you're not going to let us get the ball into our post players. We're going to hit that 3, bring you out.
That was Gilliam, by the way, that shot that, not Jackson. He has 5 points on the game. There's a double team you were talking about earlier, which reverted into a turn. Well, they did get it back.
Keep going to the basket.
Hey,
You'd like to see it.
Ashby is all over the court.
She had 2 rebounds that I know of, and then Stacey Wynn got to the other rebound, put it back up, and got fouled.
Let's watch how many times. Well, she's already had 1 since, or actually that was, I believe that was her 3rd before.
But you can't let, if you're Phoebus, you cannot let the Warriors get 3 offensive rebounds that quick, that close underneath the basket and put it right back up. Eventually, they're going to get it.
Chanel Jackson picks up her 3rd foul, and that puts Phoebus in a little bit of a bind.
Here we go. There's 1. She missed it.
That's 2. She comes up with 3 here. Here comes Dago.
Yes, it is. Nice job on. That must be Andre Madeline doing that replay. Made that 3-pointer.
Stacey Wynn makes the 3-point play. That gives her 7 points, and
they've outscored the Phantoms. 9 points? They were down by 2. They're up by 8.
Whitney Hill on the drive just a little bit short. They keep possession of the ball. 27-18. What a run by the Lady Warriors.
Because it was like 9-7 at one time, wasn't it?
Right.
The Phantoms leading. They doubled theirs, but the Warriors has outscored them 20-9.
Watch her foot out of bounds. Yep. Did she get rid of it
It's
before?
down. No, she still got a hand on the ball.
All righty.
Nice camera work. Mike Nowinski down there underneath that basket.
That was going to be a foul on 33, Alicia Gilliam, I believe. Let's see how that comes out. And that's it. That's her first.
All right, we got on graphics animation. We got Andy Foley, the slow motion and instant replay, Andre Mattingly. Camera control, Sarah Myers. Production assistants, Suzanne Higgs. Audio and chief engineer, Don Chirouse. And the big guy, Scotty Bowers, is the director.
This is Destiny Williams shooting 2, making the first. That gives her a point on the evening.
She can get it down to 7 with 7.4 seconds left in the opening quarter. A good shot there of both Susan Bowers and Nathaniel Braxton. Got them both in the camera. Young ladies, good touch on the. Oh, nice move.
Almost got the turnover, but the Warriors will hold the ball. Well, let's see.
I don't think they did. I think the ball was hit and didn't go out of bounds until it hit the Warrior, bringing the ball in bounds. And that's why the referee is over there talking to make sure that the call is correct. Blue ball, good call. Good call. The ball was inbounded and hit and knocked. Watch
well,
this.
We'll see it. We'll see it right here.
It comes in, it goes right back out, and who hits it?
Ah, yes, no doubt about that call.
Good job of officiating by this crew.
Lester Sapp over there asking for a little bit of help on that one, but the replay clearly showed it. Three-pointer is a little bit off. We're at the end of the first quarter of play. Kecoughtan's Lady Warriors out in front by the score of 27-20 over the Lady Phantoms of Phoebus. That was a good first quarter.
It really was. Very exciting first quarter. A lot of a couple of lead changes going in there. The Phantoms got 16 fouls, so that means the next foul that they commit will be a 1-on-1 situation throughout the whole second quarter. The Warriors ended up with 4, so it's not too bad, but I'm real impressed with the way Kecoughtan came out and went immediately inside to Jerry Asby, and she left-handed, went right up, put the ball in the basket a couple times, got fouled, and they, working the ball inside, and then all of a sudden they said, okay, you're going to make it tough for us to get inside. We're going to hit those outside threes, and they did. But the Phantoms have kept their pressure on, and that's what Barbara Burgess's group's got to do, continue to keep the pressure on. And let's see what happens in the second quarter.
Well,
good shot of the back of Lester Sapp. And that's his front.
Oh, after they were they worked the ball inside pretty easily a couple times. Phoebus kind of sagged a little bit in the hole and slowed that down a little bit. And then they had 2 quick passes out to Jessica Moore, who hit 2 consecutive three-pointers, and that kind of opened the defense back up. Next thing you know, they have a 7-point lead. Nice tie up there by, did she call a foul?
If he did, that's the third one.
Ooh, that's on number 32.
Oh, that's her second.
Yeah, that's Jessica Moore picks up a second. It looked to me like a good tie-up.
I thought it was too, but the official right underneath the basket, so we have to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Just the start of the second period of play, the Lady Warriors trailing. The Lady Warriors are leading the Lady Phantoms by a score 27-20.
Now the Phantoms are in a they're going to – actually what they're going to do is like a box and one. They're going to play got to travel that time. They're going to play Alicia Gilliam. They're going to play her man-to-man, try to deny her the ball because she's the point guard. Nice article in the paper, Mike. I don't know if you got to read it, but the young lady has lost a good percentage of her hearing, and as a child she taught herself to lip read. So Lester Sapp's got to be real careful what he says because she's going to hear it. She's not going to hear it, but she's going to read his lips.
There's a foul underneath. It's a rebounding foul on the Lady Phantoms.
But that goes good with both teams. You can read the. Sometimes you can't hear because the noise is so loud, but you can read the lips so you know what they're going to do.
They had that same situation over at Hampton in the football game. The Crabbers have a player that is hearing impaired, and they have a special coach that will actually signal in to play to the young man so he knows what's going on. I think that is really interesting. Well, going to the line is Jerry Ashby, and I believe she's going to be shooting 1-on-1.
Yeah, but she was not an active shooting. Nice throw. Last year she struggled from the foul line a little bit. Didn't have a pretty stroke. You can tell she has really worked on her game.
Well, she hasn't missed much now. She's 4 of 4 at the line. I shouldn't have said nothing. But she got
so
that
you didn't jinx her.
5 of 5 from the free throw line gives her 9 points on the evening in the first half of play. 29-20 is the score. And there's a three-pointer by Tanisha Drummond. That is her third three-pointer of the game. Cuts the 9-point lead down to 6. Phantoms playing a tight man-to-man here.
Phantoms, the Warriors just need to be patient. They need to be patient. They got a little impatient that time.
Uh-oh, I hope that's not on Ashley.
No, that's on 33 for the Warriors, and that's Alicia Gilliam.
And that's who he gave it to. That is her second foul. Let's watch it again. Could have gone either way.
Oh, ball. Oh, they missed that one.
Well, I think that Ashby is very lucky because I believe she got her on the arm as she was going up. She kind of turned around and put her hands up. No, I didn't touch her. At the free throw to shoot 2 is number 12, Whitney Hill.
Now they've cut the lead down to 5.
I don't believe they're supposed to let her in on that situation.
No, they're not.
Dead ball, but that's a non-substitute because of what happened right there. I don't think they were supposed to let her come in.
No, they weren't.
Well, let's see if Whitney Hill can sink this free throw as it's up and it rings off. And they got their own rebound. Like the ball was blocked by Stacey Wynn, so she kept them from getting the ball up. 29-24 with 6:35 to go. Nice pass underneath that she turned the ball over.
Lost the handle.
See, that's what Hill did against Bethel the other night. It was nonstop running up and down the court. Oh, nice pass.
Good pass and not a bad foul.
Foul's on Hill.
And that's number what for?
That'll be her second. See the nice drive and a pass. Hill coming in behind her to stop the shot. Gilliam that goes to the line. She's going to be shooting 2. This is the first. We were watching a Hampton game at the Hampton Holiday Classic.
Yeah.
And the referees made one of the Hampton players remove a headband that was on him. And you'll notice that the young lady has a bandana on.
I don't know what the ruling would that be. I don't know. But did they remove the nice move to the basket? Offensive
Stacey
rebound. Stacey did a great job. But what was there writing on the head? Well, then I don't know why they could make him take it off.
But they did. It was a red headband that was on one of the Crabbers' forehead. And,
Phoebus,
they made him take it off.
Looks like a box in 1 or a triangle in 2 is being played by the Warriors.
Nice block there by Stacey Wynn as she gets the rebound, too.
See, that was not a good pass that time to Alicia Gilliam.
Well, she was stuck in the middle.
Yeah, she was already double teamed. You give her the ball, she has nowhere to go.
Well, she's stuck in the corner here of the mid-court area, so she has nowhere to go because she can't go back over the line.
Right.
And it looks like Stacey Wynn's going back to the line to shoot 2 again after there was a foul under the board. That number 12 that got that's Whitney Hill with her 3rd foul.
Yeah, it's up there 3rd.
So Phoebus has got to be real concerned right now as one of their forwards and their point guard are both in foul trouble with 3. And we still have over 5.5 to go in the second period. Got a long way to go before halftime.
Well, yeah, you're right, Mike, and that means that everything after this is going to be a 2-shot foul regardless of what happens, and that really puts a nice feeling to the Warriors, although they just missed 2 there. But the next foul by the Warriors puts the Phantoms in a 1-and-1, so
shot underneath by number 10, Sasha Evans. She is a 5-foot-tall sophomore.
Not big, but she mighty. I think she was thinking pass, shoot, in between what she was going to do, and just threw the ball out of bounds. I was like, I'm outside the pocket, I can throw it out of bounds, and it's not intentional grounding.
Well, she might have thought that
game.
Sega Jackson was going to come in and get the pass.
Yeah.
And then when she didn't see her do it, it was, well, maybe I ought to shoot it, but by then it was too late.
Yeah, she'd already made up her mind she's going to pass.
It's Gilliam on a drive, and that's probably going to be
an offense.
player control foul. She picks up her third foul now.
But that's a 1-and-1.
And Gilliam now has picked up her third foul. No, there shouldn't be a shooting foul on a player control.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go to a 1-and-1 after this.
They're telling 1-and-1s. But you're right. Even though they signal 1-and-1, it's player control, so they don't get it.
31-24 is the score with 4:50 to go in the second period of play as the Lady Warriors are out in front. That's a kind of a cheap foul right there.
Just a reach-in foul. Lester had his gals jump out and do a real quick double team right at half court, and the wing time, that was number 5 for the Warriors, Liz Osborne, reached in. Instead of getting herself in position, she tried to steal a ball by reaching in, and you can't do that.
Courtney Pittman at the line to shoot 1-and-1. And that one rings out, and there's Ashby in there getting the rebound. She must have a ton of them. And she's been underneath the basket the entire night.
Yeah.
She walked. Did she get away with it? No, yep.
No, she packed her bag and was ready to go. And got called for the traveling.
Watch her take that step. Oh, they didn't see it.
Yeah.
It happened just prior to that.
He was anxious.
A three-point shot that's a little bit on the hard side. And there again is Ashby on the rebound.
But she has gotten so much better at hanging on to the ball when she gets the rebound now than she used to be. She really has worked hard on her game.
Well, that goes as a jump ball situation, and the Lady Phantoms will have possession. 31-24 with just over 4 minutes to go in the half. Oh, nice move underneath. She couldn't get it up there.
There's one a little hard.
Bombs away from three, I'll tell you. What it was on the line. That was
just a 2, but that was a nice
Sega Jackson.
Ball through by Jackson.
4 points on the night for her. That gives it score at 33-24.
Hagan Jackson. Nice follow through, nice move, nice pass.
Key to this game so far tonight, Bob, is the fact that the Warriors have been able to keep Whitney Hill away from the basket.
He hadn't been able to drive.
He's only had a couple of shots.
No weak side rebound that time for the Warriors.
There goes Whitney.
And that's a hard foul. Oh, no,
they called a travel.
I thought Stacy was going to end up with another foul, but did she travel before she got fouled? Watch this. I don't know. It's too quick for me to see. But I believe the referee because he's the one that's got the whistle.
Right now, the Lady Kecoughtan Warriors have 9 turnovers, and the Phoebus Phantoms have 6.
At 5 seconds, I knew it was going to be called. Closely guarded, 5 seconds. Good job by the Phantoms.
Turnover number 10.
You can't just stand out there and dribble the ball around with somebody closely guarding you. At 5 seconds, there's going to be a turnover.
33-24 is a 9-point lead now by the Warriors. There's 2:35 to go in the second period. Nice move by Whitney Hill to dish the ball out. They have to make those shots when they drive in the hole and they get the defense. Boy, that was
I think an offensive illegal pick.
Ooh, okay. Well, it's going against Phantoms.
And it's against 2.
Number 34. That's Pittman. That's her first. Going to the line is Jessica Henderson. She is a sophomore forward for the Kecoughtan Warriors. She's going up to shoot 2, and that one rings out. That almost looks like my golf balls when they go around the hole instead of going in the hole. They hit the lip, it'll never go in. It just rolls right around and back out.
Well, I say you just need to take more time. You just need to practice. You need to be on a golf course more.
No doubt about that. Ooh.
That could have been a real.
Ashby was real close to picking up her fourth. Her third. She's got 2 right now.
And this might not be a bad time to get her out of there.
Right. Liz Osborne, she's a junior guard. Oh, nice shot by number 12, Sega Jackson.
Nice soft touch to that ball. Gives the Warriors the largest lead by 11.
6 points now for Jackson on the evening. We're down to 1:40 to go in the second period. Whitney Hill again for threes. That's one of the things that she's not hitting tonight. She's not hitting those threes. But I tell you what, number 31, Tanisha Drummond that's number 4 in the game for her.
She got 12 points just on the threes.
Yeah, she has 14 on the evening. 35-27 with 1:15 left. There's a runner.
Oh, runner off the board. Liz Osborne. Good job.
Well, as a shooter, I don't think you'll ever be left alone as long as she was there at the three-point line to shoot it. So she passes it off and goes over to the wing over there and shoots it.
Now, if the Warriors can do it, this would be a good time to hold it to the last shot. They're leading by 10. Well, they're not going to hold it.
There's
Look at that
Ashby.
hustle.
Uh-oh, looks like Osborne.
Reach in.
Gonna pick up her second.
You got to play defense with your feet, not with your hands.
That's number 2 for Osborne. Is her second reach-in foul.
That's 1 and 1.
Drummond will go to the line to shoot 1 and 1.
All right, Lester, you're going to let him go at 20 seconds.
He handles the ball pretty well for a big girl, too.
Yes.
Oh, she threw that one right to Whitney Hill. Whitney Hill drives for the basket and scores easily. That's her second basket of the night. That gives her 6. Oh, Osborne tried to get that shot.
But that was, the Warriors should have got the last shot off, and they didn't. Not that kind of shot they wanted.
I'm sure
Turn the ball over.
that Lester Sapp's not pleased with the way they played the last couple of minutes. Well, we're at the half as the Lady Warriors of Kecoughtan have a 8-point lead over the Phoebus Phantoms by a score of 37-29. Stay tuned for the second half, and we will be back shortly. Back here at Kecoughtan High School, where the Lady Warriors are out in front of the Phoebus Lady Phantoms by a score of 37-29. Mike Hauser along with Bob Hintz.
Well, Mike's got some stats for you here. Not a whole lot of rebounds. I just don't know what I can do about him getting rebounds, but we'll get the points anyway.
All right. Why not? They got kind of the Kecoughtan Warriors are kind of balanced in scoring. They got a couple of young ladies with 9 points each. Jerry Ashby, who was actually a pretty good force underneath the boards.
Oh boy, she had to have double rebounds.
She had 9 points, along with Stacy Wynn, also with 9 points, followed by Sega Jackson and Jessica Moore with 6 points each. Over for the Lady Phantoms, the leading scorer in the game was number 31, Tania Drummond. She had 14.
But she had four threes.
4 3-pointers. She missed her only free throw attempt of the game. Followed by Chanel Jackson with 7 and Whitney Hill with 6. Again, halftime score is the Lady Warriors out in front by a score of 37-29. Free throw shooting.
6 of 10 for the Phantoms. That's 60%. It's not great, but it isn't bad.
6 of 13 at the line for the Lady Warriors.
That's just under 50%, but look at here. Look who's got 5
Jerry
for 5.
Ashby, 5 for 5 underneath two-point shots, along with 5 for 5 at the free throw line. Gives her 9 points.
Well, I tell you, she's done such a good job underneath the basket and was a force at the beginning of this game and forced the Phantoms to drop their man-to-man pressure. They were doing full court 1-2-2 press and a 2-2-1 press, and then they drop back in man-to-man, and then they would, once they got it back in half court, they drop back and tried to plug up the middle, opened up the three, and then this young lady who was a Jessica Moore hit 2 threes in a row. And,
loosened it up underneath.
That'll loosen it up again.
But as far as fouls are concerned, as the Kecoughtan Warriors, one player with 3, their starting point guard, Alicia Gillum, has 3. 2 each for Liz Osborne. Jerry Ashby also has 2, and Jessica Moore has 2. One of the things that Coach Sapp's going to have to be real concerned about early in this game is Jerry Ashby picking up that 3rd personal foul.
Well, I was surprised he kept her in there the whole first half. I thought he may rest her a little bit because of that 2 foul that she had, but she played smart, didn't get the 3rd one. A couple of times we thought she could have been called for one, but wasn't. So
she was lucky on a couple of occasions.
Yeah, reach over the back on a rebound on one, but no harm, no foul.
As far as the Lady Phantoms are concerned, they have 2 players that are in foul trouble right now with 3 each. Chanel Jackson and Whitney Hill, their starting point guard and big scorer, also has 3 fouls, so they're going to have to be real careful with that. Nice feed under the basket.
Oh, really was. But the Phantoms came out with a trapping on the corners in the front, trying to disrupt any offensive sets that the Warriors come out. You want to come out and establish your type of basketball right off, and that's what the Phantoms did. They come out and they put pressure right away defensively. Warriors still playing man-to-man.
Who got that last basket? Was it 32?
I think it was 12 that got it.
Okay, Sega Jackson. That's who
I think she was underneath, and they just got the ball to her.
Well, I couldn't see the number, and they went down the court so fast. I was trying to figure out who to give it to.
Quick foul that time on Alicia Gilliam.
Well, guess what? That's 4.
And that's an offensive foul, and I'm not too sure that young lady. Yep. She had position.
She lowered that shoulder and tried to go through her, and that was a good call.
And that's going to hurt the Warriors, because what that does is that takes a lot of pressure off the Phantoms as far as their man-to-man and their trapping, because now you got their number 1 point guard going to be on the bench.
Well, she should be anyhow. Let's find out what the coach does.
You got a minute and a second gone in the second half, and you've lost your point guard. So that means somebody else is going to have to step up for the Warriors, and we'll see if they can do that.
It's ironic. We were just now talking about the fact that she had 3 fouls, and we've got to be careful. And right off the get-go, she ends up getting that 4th foul, and she's going to have to sit down for a while.
Hey, we will pick a player of the game for both of these teams tonight, and the player will receive a shirt. It comes from Tidewater Team Sports, your one-stop sports headquarters for screen printing, embroidery, uniform, and apparel. Call 594-04 0411. That's 594-0411. Talk to David Chubb or Terry McNamara.
Well, here's a very interesting situation.
All right.
Alicia Gilliam's still in the game.
Okay. Well, Lester has got a lot of faith in the young lady. She's just going to have to play smart. She's going to play good defense, but she can't reach in.
Let's just see how much that the Phoebus Phantoms are going to
go at
that situation. It's a three-point shot that's a little bit short. And
trying to be fancy with the ball. You got to give it up. See, and there it is. She did just what she shouldn't have done. She reached in. She played defense with her hand. She's out of here.
That's 5 fouls on Gilliam, and that takes care of her for the evening.
I'm not too sure I agree with Lester Sapp's call to keep her in the game when they, when you got 4 fouls, bring her back in the beginning of the fourth quarter.
That's like taking your starting point guard and putting her on the bench. She's not even in the game the rest of the game.
Well, you're right. She isn't.
3-point shot's a little off.
Got to grab that ball when it comes down as a rebound. You can't bring it down and let somebody else tie you up. You got to hang on to the ball. Warriors still maintaining that 10-point lead, but let's see what happens with they don't have their point guard in there. Their normal point guard.
Samantha Applin is now in the game, taking over for the position that Gilliam was in.
Well, they're mugging her and not being no call being made. I know Lester's got to be upset with that.
That's a good call. She went up with the ball, and they should keep the ball here.
Yeah, the possession arrow is for the Warriors. And it's a good shot of the bench with Lester Sapp on the end. And watch this. And all ball. Well, she had a little arm too, but she said she had more ball than anything else.
But we can see right now what the Lady Warriors are going to attempt to do. They're going to try to keep the ball out away from the basket. Looks like they're trying to freeze the ball and kind of hold it here.
I think that's not a good call either. You have to make points. You got to score.
Now, they only have a 10-point lead. That can disappear real fast.
Yeah, it doesn't take long.
And then you turn right around and almost turn it over.
Well, you figure three threes, and you let what's her name, Drummond, 3 shots, and she'll get 3 threes for you.
Well, that's one of the things that Whitney Hill was real strong on last Friday night over Bethel. She had 5 3-pointers, and she's not really on tonight at this point, but she could certainly get hot and start hitting some of those things. Phoebus is going to have to count on her to help bring this game back in line for them. Ooh, that was close.
Man, they're mugging her. I don't understand the contact being made out there and no call.
Well,
but
they forced the turnover
right
again.
There, you can make some contact and don't get a call, but you reach in, you're going to get a foul. Yeah. So don't be reaching in.
Well, you can look at Lester Sapp standing over there. He is not a happy man right now. There's Ashby again with another rebound. That could have been a blocking call. It wasn't. There's another turnover.
You got to pass it through the double teams.
And and it rings off of the rim.
They're going to give the ball to Blue because
Stega Jackson was out of bounds when she got it.
She was helping get the ball, and she was out of bounds, and you got to be in bounds.
Hadn't been any score in the last 2 minutes.
Well, that's got to work in. Here we watch that replay. I don't know. She was not out of bounds.
Well, that's a 3-point shot, and I didn't see who did it because I was watching the screen. Thank you. 32 made the 3-point play. Thank you, Scotty.
And looks like right now that the Warriors are self-destructing. They're turning the ball over. They're playing they're playing scared. They're not playing smart. They're not in control. And there's another 3-pointer just in and out. Now, Warriors need to go back and get the ball inside.
Well,
There you go.
It's either
Well,
that or you let Jessica Moore shoot a three.
She's been hitting them all night.
That's three of them. Nice drive by Whitney Hill, but she laid it up a little too hard. At least she's been a little bit more assertive so far in the third period. She's trying to get the team back going again. 42-32, the Lady Warriors hanging on to that 10-point lead. 4 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the third.
The Warriors are being pressed full court. And who's the ball go to? Somebody's got to go get the ball. But that was not a good pass, but somebody's got to go get the ball. You got to assume that.
That's 5 turnovers and 6 or 7 trips down the floor right now for Kecoughtan. Losing Gilliam has made a tremendous difference. But right now, the problem is that the Phantoms are not taking advantage of it. Again, there's Ashby with another rebound.
Nice drive.
Excellent
Nice
play.
drive. She has really impressed me in this ball game. Has gone strong to the basket.
He now has 11 points on the game. First player on the Warriors to get double figures, and then comes back out here and steals the ball.
And then sitting down. There you go. Let her
There's
shoot.
that three-pointer again. A little bit off this time.
That's all right.
Rebound by
You don't shoot it, you can't make
Valerie
it.
West on the rebound.
And that's got to be a foul on number 12 for the Phantoms. Whitney Hill.
They're going to call it on number 10.
He did?
Better hope it's not against Hill.
Well, I thought, no, it is the first one against
Because I was going to say,
Sasha Evans.
if it was Hill, that would have been her 4th. She has 3 also. But that foul goes against Sasha Evans, her first. 44-32 is the score. Kecoughtan out in front. Nice pull-up jumper was just a little bit
You gotta
short.
follow your shot.
Turnover.
And that's the hardest thing to teach these youngsters is when they shoot the ball, they want to either stand there or go run back down court. You got to follow your shot, assume it isn't going in. Get your own rebound.
Well, we got the foul called on that one.
Well, that's a dangerous pass.
Monica Williams, that's her 2nd foul on the evening.
Monica Williams, was that? Yeah.
23. Team foul number 2. Lady Phantoms. The Warriors also have 2 team fouls so far in the second half. They're still maintaining that double-figure lead, but there's turnover number 6 now.
He's going to give it. That's called a continuation because the foul was out before she ever went up to the basket, but he gave her a continuation on that.
Well, that's Whitney Hill, and she's the one that needs to take over for this team right now. That's her 8th point in the game.
Foul was committed before she ever left the court.
10-point lead for the Lady Warriors. Hill at the line to shoot for the 3-point play.
Got it to single digit.
44-35 is the score.
Oh, nice job to get the ball inside. Jessica Moore feeding Jerry Ashby. And she's got a chance for the old-fashioned 3-point play.
And that foul, I believe, is on Whitney Hill, and that's going to be number 4. It is. I tell you, the Phantoms are going to be hurting big time if Hill ends up with getting fouled out.
Nice job on the replay.
There's Ashby hitting her 6th free throw of the game in a row.
6. Back to a 12-point lead.
Gives her 14 on the evening. Had her foot on the line, and everybody's going after that ball. Nice drive to the hole. Nice block also by number 12, Sega Jackson.
The official outside going to call a foul. Oh, come on. It wasn't his call. Hey, got a little bit of hand.
Who'd she call it on? Called it on number 12?
Yeah.
All right, that's going to be Sega Jackson's first foul of the game. That's going to send
It amazes me sometimes that the official that is not in position will call a foul.
Chanel Jackson at the line. She misses the first. Trying for her second free throw. She has 10 right now. Still has 10 on the night. 47-35 and a minute and 50 to go.
That's a good job by Jerry, going right tough to the basket. Now the Warriors the Phantoms are without their point guard. They've set her down, and she got the 4 fouls.
Battle under the boards, and there's a foul on rebound.
It looks like it's going to be on 30. Is that who they call it?
Samantha Applin.
That should be her first. No, it's her second.
Only had her down for 1, so I'll have to mark an extra one. That's 2 on Applin.
That's the first time I've heard her called tonight for a foul, but who am I?
Can't even see the number on the young lady. 23.
Yeah, she.
That's Monica Williams. This is her first trip at the free throw.
Well, and the Phantoms are really hurting themselves by not making the free throws.
Both. Got the rebound out deep though. Smallest person on the court will drive to the hole with the ball.
And we kicked that time. Good call. The referee underneath doesn't call it, but the outside one does. I understand the closest one doesn't see it.
Well, I have a hard time understanding why you would call a kick ball on a play like that where the ball was literally thrown at the girl's feet.
Yeah, well, but you can't use your feet. This isn't soccer.
Oh, turned it over.
Twice she's gone that trying to do something fancy with the ball and has lost it. Turned it over 2 times. She's done. That's not good.
7 turnovers now in the third quarter. That one looks like it was a little bit off. Even when the shot we had of it, it wasn't going to go in. And she turned it over again. That's 3.
They lost the handle.
Getting physical now, isn't it? Ooh, I thought the ball went off her knee.
Well, I don't know, but the Warriors are playing out of control, and it's got to be because they're missing their point guard.
Number 54 for the Warriors, Jessica Henderson goes out. I couldn't tell.
Boy, they've knocked her down and no call.
Let's go, Blue! Come on, get on her!
2 blocks.
As nice looking shot that time.
3 blocks. 3 blocks so far on this possession.
Get on him!
Nobody's on her. You can't let her wide open, not her.
That's Drummond. That's another 3. That's 5 of them so far in the game. Well, that was a fast third quarter.
Wow.
So it comes to an end as the Lady Warriors are clinging to a 9-point lead, 47-38 over the Lady Phantoms of Phoebus.
What was the score at the end of the first half, Mike? You don't write it down.
I didn't write it down.
Okay, I think.
But it's under double figures. I think it was a 10-point lead.
Yeah, it was like 37 to something. The Warriors had 37.
37-27.
Yeah, so the Warriors got out scored by 1 point, which is not bad if you don't have your point guard in there. But you got 8 more minutes, and they have turned the ball over.
They had 9 turnovers, and most of those were in the last 5 minutes of the third quarter.
Yeah.
All handling mistakes there.
That's not good.
So we'll enter the fourth period of play with the Lady Warriors out in front 47-38 over Phoebus. The one good or the one drawback right now to Phoebus is their starting point guard, Whitney Hill, has 4 fouls. And I believe she's still out of the game at this point.
I don't look for her to put her in anytime soon. They're doing all right as far as getting possessions. They're just not running their offense very good.
Well, they were until just then. It was kind of a lackadaisical throw. And there was nobody there that she threw it to. Nice pull-up shot, was a little bit short off
Nice
front of the rim.
block out.
Get in there, Blue!
They can't let her shoot.
That's 3. Nope. Oh, that was a pretty strip. Oh, she went out of
No,
bounds.
she's out of bounds before she shot. Oh, she's upset.
Well, if she's out of bounds, why? Oh, they called a foul on him.
Oh, the blocking foul against 2 was at number 12 for the Warriors.
Jackson, her second foul. I guess they called that a non-shooting foul.
Yeah,
Nice drive to the basket. She just didn't put it up there.
nice follow, though, by number 23 for the Phantoms.
Monica Williams, she puts her name in the book. That's her first points of the game.
Whoa.
They're sandwiching her pretty good there, aren't they?
Yeah, they're kind of mugging them.
32 on the foul for the Phantoms. That's Parker. That will be her second foul. That's the team's 4th, as there is a timeout on the floor. And I tell you, look at Kecoughtan's coach. Lester Sapp is not a happy young man over there right now.
Well, and Lester,
Or old man, whichever way you want to look at it.
Lester's he's upper age there. I've known Lester for a long time. But you know, I don't feel sorry for him as far as his not being able to run his offense. Should not have left her in there as point guard after she picked up the fourth foul.
She was the quarterback of the team. She fed the ball into the hole and brought the ball up the court, and now he doesn't have that opportunity. Because of that, they've got 9 turnovers. Well, so far they've gone 2 minutes of this quarter without picking up another one, but they haven't scored any points yet.
No,
either.
they haven't scored but 10 points since the first half.
But the right now the Lady Phantoms have drawn to within 7.
That's what you got to do, is they're spreading the floor out a little bit, and that's what the Warriors got to do, is spread the floor out. And there, when they watch this, the foul right there got her on the arm. But if they spread the floor out, that means that the Phantoms to double team, somebody's got to be open somewhere.
Correct. Foul was on Monica Williams, her 3rd. Shooting 2, number 12, Sega Jackson. This is her first trip to the line. Battled that one home, didn't she?
That's what you got to make a difference. How it goes, it goes around the cup. It goes through. It looks the same on the score sheet. Looks the same.
48-40 with just under 7 minutes to go in the game.
Got
that one to rattle into.
That's what you call a soft touch.
10 points on the night now for Sega Jackson.
I tell you, the Warriors are hitting the board defensively. Right now, that's the difference in this game.
Stacy Wynn and Jerry Ashby have been a force under the basket. And I tell you, that would have been a perfect play right there to feed off to,
she needed
to her underneath, and she didn't do it because she was wide open.
You're right. She needed to pass that ball. She had 2 people underneath the basket. It was open.
Stacy Wynn was on the left-hand side of the basket waiting for her to throw it, and she didn't do it. And that cost them.
And the Phantoms come right down and turn it over.
Well, I guess they're playing hot potato at this point because nobody seems to know who wants to hold on to the ball. And how can a defensive player go over the offensive player's back and not get called?
I don't know. They're quick with the tie-up whistle.
It goes as a turnover, by the way, for the Warriors. Number 10 in the second half alone. That's 20 for the game. yet they still have a 9-point lead. That one was partially blocked, and there's Ashby underneath the boards again with a great rebound. Don't want to leave her open because she got a good three-point shot. Oh, man, bounced right out of her hand.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard that one. That one's going to hurt for a few minutes.
Well, that'll be a 1-on-1 situation. With that number 33 down, that's Chanel Jackson.
Watch it play again. You can see very clearly her head went back.
Boom. Oh, wow. It hit hard. Let's hope she's okay.
Foul for the Warriors was going to be on number 12, Sega Jackson. It'll be her third. Oh, yeah. Now, without a doubt, her.
Yeah.
She's been a force.
We saw that on replay. We didn't have it real close, but you could see she was tripped. And when she fell backwards and she went down, her head really hit the floor and bounced out. Watch this as she comes down, Mike. And right there, bound, and then her head, boom, Joe, and then she grabbed her head. It bounced way up. So they're going to take her time, make sure she's okay before they're going to let her go. We always hope that there's nothing serious. Good job of checking her over.
Let's see, leading scorers for Kecoughtan so far, Jerry Ashby has 14. Stacy Wynn has 9. Sega Jackson has 10.
Jessica Moore's
got 3 3-pointers
Yeah.
for 9 points.
Nice hand. She's sitting up. Now this is where the Phantom bench, because she's got to come out of the ball game or they'll be charged with a timeout. But they can pick a player to come in, any player they want to, off the bench to shoot the foul shots. But she is shooting a 1-on-1. It is in the bonus situation for the Phantoms. That was the 7th team foul against the Warriors.
Leading scorer so far in the game for the Phantoms is Tanisha Drummond. She has 5 3-pointers along with a 2-point basket. 17 points to lead all scorers in the game.
Well, they're going to put Shanice Parker on the line, shooting the 1-on-1.
I assume she came in the game just now.
Well, I have to assume that too. And she made the first one.
I'll tell you why she's at the line. She hit all net on that one. 49-41. Warriors out in front with 5:53 to go in regulation. Rims off the back of the backboard.
And guess who got the rebound?
Good defense.
You got to protect the ball before you go up. You can't put the ball right out there for anybody to get a hand on it. And that time, it was called jump ball.
Well, they held on to possession because of the possession arrow. They don't get charged for a turnover, but that's a situation right there where very easily could have gone the other way.
As Samantha Appen comes out and Liz Oswald, number 5, comes in for the Warriors and
then they
immediately
turn right around
turns
and
the
turn it
ball
over.
over. Nice pass.
That's number 10, Sasha Evans, getting her first basket of the game. 5-foot sophomore.
And another turnover.
13. Tell you what, this could turn out to be a real interesting game here.
Nice pass underneath.
49-43 is the score, and the Warriors are just hanging on right now. That's all they're doing.
And they finally got a call to go their way. I know Lester Sav's been wondering, does a whistle work when the blue team fouls the white team?
That one goes against number 31, Tanisha Drummond. That's her first of the game.
Another 10, and that puts them on the bonus situation.
Well, the question I got, okay, that's right. That is their number 7 team foul. I was thinking the last one was their number 7.
No, they had 5 a minute ago, and then they got 2 quick fouls right then.
Sasha Evans picks up her second foul for the Phantoms. That's going to put Jessica Moore at the line to shoot 1-1. Her first trip to the line tonight. We're in the fourth period play here at Kecoughtan.
He got a nice touch on that ball. Good release, nice rotation on the ball.
50-43 now. Warriors extend that lead to 7. 5:12 remaining. Gets them both.
And free throws could end up being a big, big thing at this.
That gives Moore 11 points on the game.
That was Whitney Hill driving to the basket that time. You said she did a lot against the Bruins the other night. She did that time and drew the foul. She was in the active shooting, so it'll be a 2-shot foul.
Foul was called against Stacy Wynn, her first of the evening. Right now, Hill is 3 of 5 from the line.
That's 3.
She excelled at this.
That's 3 of 6, right?
Yep. Yeah, if you add up all the free throws that Phoebus has not made tonight, it make it a little closer game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They've really struggled from the foul line tonight. And that's something you just have to do it and do it and do it and practice it by when you're tired, not.
That gives Stacy Hill 10 points on the game. He's being hammered under there and not being no calls. I tell you what,
I know.
Jerry Ashby was just absolutely plummeted underneath of there on that last shot, and no call was made. But they hold on to possession, which is important at this point. There's a nice pull-up shot by Sega Jackson, which was a bit short.
And the foul was, the rebound was run down by Stacy. Not a good pass. Not a good pass at all. Missing those, and the Warriors are getting the rebounds.
Those are the shots that she was sinking last week against the Bruins.
She's getting mugged again.
Over the back that didn't call. Nice give and go.
Yeah. Pass the ball and cut to the basket.
Sega Jackson picks up 2 more.
Play in basketball.
53 now to 44. I'm trying to figure out who she threw that pass to, but either way, it went out of bounds. Turnover number 15 in the second half. That's 25 turnovers. It's amazing that they have a 9-point lead with 25 turnovers.
And it really is, and it just goes to tell you that 2 things are happening against the Warriors right now. The Phantoms. The reason the Warriors are still leading is because the Phantoms, number one, are not making their foul shots. They're driving to the basket, missing the shot, and the Warriors are getting defensive rebounds. So right now is what keeping the Warriors in it. There's the defensive rebounds, not the turnovers.
It's inability of Phoebus to put the ball in the hole.
Yeah. And Phoebus is really struggling from the foul line. I don't know what you've got second half. Where's Phoebus? Second half. This is all second half?
Second half is the ones outside. 1, 2, 3.
They've missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, missed 7 foul shots. That's in, and what are they trailing by?
Okay.
9. So this would be,
Well, there's been a half a dozen layup attempts by Whitney Hill and a couple of other players that they're just not going in the hole. So
that's what I'm saying. And they're missing them, but they're not getting a second shot at it because the Warriors are doing a good job on the defensive board, rebounding. Can't pull back too far.
Well, they took 2 shots at the basket that time.
Well, that was one of the few offensive rebounds that the Phantoms have gotten tonight.
Well, Stacy Wynn and Jerry Ashby has owned the boards, basically. Well, that's a bomb right there from way outside. That was a little bit hard.
And another rebound, offensive rebound by the Phantoms.
Nice defensive play underneath the basket by number 22, Stacy Wynn on that play. With another turnover. My goodness.
You just can't throw the ball. When somebody puts their hand straight up over their head, they're 2 foot taller than they normally are. You can't throw the ball over there if they're right next to you.
Like that foul is going to go against number 12, Sega Jackson. I believe that's number 4 on her, and that's correct.
Yeah, that's number 12 for the Phantoms, Sagan Jackson.
She
just
has
a sophomore.
She has 4. Alicia Gillum is already fouled out, and she fouled out early in the third quarter.
And less than a little over a minute.
Whitney Hill shooting free throws, makes the first one. Gives her 11 points on the night. Looking for number 12 to match her jersey number. What'd you say her average was for the game? Per the season is right at 14 points.
15.
Picks up number 12 there. 3 minutes and 12 seconds left to go in the game as the Warriors almost threw that one away. Pressure defense has kind of got them rattled. And that was a nice feed dish underneath. Just
somebody's going to be open when you're playing that kind of defense, and you just got to find them.
That was an excellent feed underneath. Ooh.
Who did get that ball?
They gave that to Kecoughtan.
Oh, not a good call. Not a good call.
That ball went off. That
right here in front of us.
Stacy Wynn right there.
Right there in front of us.
The ball went off of Jessica Moore as we were standing right here.
And she was making a face, oh no.
Well, that's all right. They just turned it over anyhow. Turnover number 17 in the second half alone. Ball goes out of bounds. Possession belongs to the Warriors. 55-46, a 9-point. This was.
Scotty, do you have anybody for me yet?
This was such a great played first half.
Yeah, really was.
Not a lot of turnovers. Good defense, and all of a sudden it just when one player went out of the game, it just absolutely changed.
Well, if you play with that young lady and you practice with that young lady, and I'm talking about Alicia Gilliam, and she's your point guard, and that's who you play with all the time, that you're going to miss her when she's not in there.
Well, that's been extremely evident. And the whole key to this game is the inability of Phoebus to be able to put the ball in the hole. There they go, turning it over again.
And the Phantoms are doing exactly what they want to do. Driving to the basket. If at least they're not getting the foul shot, they're getting if they're not getting the basket, getting the foul shot. So they're stopping the clock. And now they're shooting 2 regardless of what kind of foul it is.
That foul was on Sega Jackson. That's number 5. So she will be the second Lady Warrior to foul out. She was the other kind of person that took charge as far as being the playmaker. She's got to come out of the game. That's 5 fouls.
And she's got to let that gal come in. You got 4 players on the court.
Eleanor Woodburn, she is a senior forward, will be coming in and taking the place of Sega Jackson, who will end the game with 12 points.
Well, Scotty didn't answer me, did he?
55-46 is the score with the Warriors out in front with 2:07 to go in the game. We decided who they're going to be?
Yeah, we'd have.
All right.
Hey, Arnie Baker. Scotty, you got somebody for me? Arnie Baker. Yeah, it's going to be a little tough for me to get out of this thing and get these coaches before they get out of here. And we'll do what we got to do. There's Kecoughtan. Okay, do we talk about our players of the game?
We haven't yet. Well, I'm waiting on you.
Talk about them. I'm here trying to get things organized.
All right. Well, their player of the game for the Lady Warriors of Kecoughtan is number 11, Jerry Ashby. Great night tonight. We can't really tell you how many rebounds they've had, but it's been.
If she's not close to 20, it's unbelievable. She's got to be close.
She's got 14 points in the game, and she has really dominated underneath the boards.
Nice shot that time by the Phantoms. Chanel Jackson, senior, put that ball right in there, cut the lead a little bit. Got to keep cutting the lead. Still got time, 2:07. And who's the Phantoms player of the game?
Tanisha Drummond, and I'll give you how many points she's got in just a second.
Boy.
17 points for Tanisha Drummond.
Although that's the one we said. Oh. Okay.
Make sure we get that right.
Well, you're right there.
Tanisha Drummond, 17 points on the night for the Phantoms so far. Game's not quite over yet. 2 minutes exactly left. 8-point lead by the Warriors, 55-47. At the foul line is Jessica Moore. This is on that one.
Got to take that three when they give it to you.
Getting herself trapped right here. She walked, got away with it. Nice drive to the hole. Unfortunately, she didn't put the ball off the backboard. She might have had a chance at that one.
Well, no, she jumped into her, but the defensive player is going to get called on that 9 out of 10 times.
Let's see if she got her.
She didn't watch her jump right into her.
Ashby didn't think she had it. Well,
yeah, she did. There was contact, and somebody's going to, and they didn't call the offense.
Well, the key to this game is the fact that Ashby went in at halftime with 2, and she just now picked up her 3rd.
Yeah, she has stayed in there, but you know that was a smart play by Chanel Jackson, the senior for the Phantom. She jumped in and initiated the contact and got the call.
Well, this game is not over with yet. There's 1:33 left, and they've just cut into that lead by 2 points. Now they trail the Lady Warriors 55-49. So what was a 12-point lead is now 6.
And they turn the ball right over. Yet they're not passing the ball. They're trying to dribble.
Can't believe it.
Oh, thank you.
Right now, the Lady Warriors are hanging on by dear life.
And there's another pass, a simple little pass, a bounce pass would have got there.
Well, they've got 19 turnovers in the second half alone. They had 10 in the first half, so that's 29 on the game. And the pressure defense caused her to have another turnover. That is 20.
Okay.
30 total for the game, 20 in the second half alone. And there's exactly 1 minute and 9 seconds left, and it's 55-49 as the Phantoms have a shot at cutting into it again.
And then strong rebound that time. Oh, man. Well, I tell you got to be impressed with the Phantoms. They have not given up this whole game. They have trailed almost exclusively since the first half. I'm sorry, since the first quarter.
And jump ball and possession error goes to Phoebus. That is another turnover.
And all the Warriors trying to do is dribble through a double team. You cannot dribble through a double team.
Well, I'll tell you what, if Phoebus makes an outside shot here, this game, there goes Whitney. Whitney Hill picks up another basket to draw her team into within 4 with 40 seconds to go. And, oh, nice catch. I thought she had thrown that away.
Well, she
Turned
traveled.
right around and traveled.
But that was a dumb pass. Why throw that pass out? She's not wide open.
3-point lead now. I'm sorry, 4-point lead. There's 34 seconds left. Watch her. Well, here it is again. Watch them play. She caught the ball and stopped. Give the ball to Whitney. Let her take it to the hole and turn. Oh, I thought she had thrown it away. Nice rebound by 31.
And they're going to call a foul.
They're going to have a foul on Jerry Ashby as she goes over the back. That's going to be number 4 on her. And Kecoughtan is falling apart here.
Yeah, I'm not going to mention any names, but that's really hurt them.
Oh yeah, no doubt, big time. I can't, I'm kind of mind-boggled that they haven't called timeout to sit here and talk about it and ease them up a little bit. At the line, she should be shooting 2 at this point. Is that 33?
Yeah.
That's Chanel Jackson, and she dropped the first one in the hole.
And that cuts it to 3, so it's a one-possession ball game.
That's 14 points for Jackson as she is going for number 15 here. Right now, Kecoughtan is holding on for dear life.
And it's now a 2-point lead.
55-53, and it was 14 points at one time. And Jerry
Lester
Ashby's
Sapp
being
was probably
mugged under
thinking, why is this girl being mugged and not being called a foul? She went underneath the basket to go went up for a shot and got shoved and no call.
That foul, I believe, was on. It is number 10, Sasha Evans. That is her 3rd.
Well,
That's
these are
team's
2
ninth.
real important. No, this 1 and 1. She's got to get the first one.
And she right now should say nothing. She's
No, don't say nothing.
Don't say nothing.
Very, very important. You got to make the first one. That gives them a 3-point lead. She makes this one as a 2-possession game with 20.1 seconds. Missed her first one of the night.
7 of 8 at the free throw line. This could tie it. It's off.
And 10.9 seconds. Warriors don't need to shoot. And they don't have to worry about getting the ball across half court. Yeah, they're being
And number 31, that's Tanisha Drummond, was all over her back. And is that who they gave it to? 31.
Yeah, she was on her. There was no, and that
That's
was a
foul
smart
number
foul.
2.
That was a smart foul because if you let her dribble, she's going to dribble out the clock.
It would have been a smarter foul if they had made the call before the ball was brought in bounds. So they lost about 4 seconds there. 6.2 left on the clock with a 3-point lead. Number 54, that's Jessica Henderson.
Well, she gets 2. She's got to make
She's
one
0
of them.
for 2. That makes her 0 for 3 so far in the
But
game.
if you watch her on the foul line, Jessica is backing up. She's not staying with her shot. You got to stay with her shot.
Key free throw right here.
There you go. Much better. Much better.
That one might seal
That
it.
sealed
for
it.
them.
That's it. There's no way they can do it now. Don't foul. Let her shoot. Oh, and at one point it goes in. And it counts 53 to 56. Tell me that free throw wasn't big. Woo!
Well, at least our player of the games came through on both ends right there. Tanisha Drummond sinks that 3-pointer to pull it to within 1. Our final score here, the Kecoughtan Lady Warriors 57 and the Phoebus Lady Phantoms 56. Mike Hauser along with Bob Hintz and the rest of the crew here at Channel 46. Thank you and good evening.